The experience belongs to Adrian Diaz, who has more pro fights, and he is 6 years older than Grant Dawson. Both stand at 5 feet 10 inches tall. The reach advantage, just a slight 1-inch reach advantage for Grant Dawson. The referee for our fourth bout of the night, again, Jason Herzog.
First round, fighter, you ready? Fighter, you ready? Let's fight!
We are at featherweight for our fourth fight of the night. The fight clock brought to you by Toyo Tires, all or nothing. It's Adrian Diaz in the green, it's Dawson in the gray.
Nice front kick to the body there by Grant. Oh, wow.
Neither known for their striking, more known for submission skills.
Yeah, but both
trading early as you have to.
Both have had exciting fights on the feet, showing that they're not afraid to throw down.
Four wins by knockout, excuse me, Paul, for Diaz.
Yeah, really nice front kick to the body over and over again here by Dawson. That's easy to set up because of the southpaw, but look at this Stockton hands out, waving them on there by Diaz.
As only a Diaz from Stockton can do. Yeah, talking and fighting at the same time, waving them forward, but his back's to the fence right now.
Some other things as well that they're known for. But as we thought, Dawson is going to look to clinch up and get the takedown. He gets it with a nice inside trip and body lock. But Diaz, no slouch off his back. Good triangle, also good guillotine in his repertoire there.
11 wins again for Dawson, all of them coming by finish and 8 of them by submission. 7 first-round finishes for Dawson as he goes to work on the ground.
Yeah.
Trying to soften up Diaz with the body shot.
Yeah, Diaz trying to control arms here, looking for his own submissions. He's actually got a body triangle around the waist. It just shows how long and lanky Diaz is. Most guys can't even do that.
Both stand at 5'10", 145. That's a big featherweight.
Yeah, these guys are like very long and lean for the weight class. They're not short and stocky like some featherweights. And that shows in their abilities. Both guys very good triangle chokes, very good guillotines because they're thinner and longer. But here's that ground and pound I'm talking about from Dawson. He gets on top and he gets to work. He doesn't sit there and wait for you to make a mistake or for the ref to stand you up. He's in a fight. He's on top of you. He's going to punch you in the body, punch you in the head. Good work there by Dawson on top.
Exactly what they said in the feature. Both feeling that they're up against an opponent in their class, moving forward, being aggressive, and so far it's Dawson getting the better of it here.
Yeah, Dawson got to be careful, though. You see Diaz setting up that arm bar from the bottom, just like Jamie Colleen did earlier in the night in the first fight.
Called a silent grinder by Uriah Faber, his teammate at Team Alpha Male.
Yeah, and that's something Uriah said. He said, listen, he's not the most athletic guy in the world. He's not the strongest guy in the world. He's got to kind of flow into things, and that's what he does well. He's been beat up in his fights like this. He's taken some punishment and then found the submission.
Continuing to fight the hands of Dawson as he goes to work on the ground and pound.
Wow, very nice elbows there by Dawson. Good posture.
Now with the hammer fist, and connects once again.
Oh. See, Diaz doing a very nice job setting up that arm bar, but Dawson, being the grappler that he is as well, all over it, pulls out, doesn't let him get it.
Pulled his arm out just in time. 2 minutes to go, first round. As Dawson continues to control in the full guard of Diaz. Short elbows now.
Beautiful ground and pound here by Grant Dawson. Looking for a submission himself, trying to pass the guard maybe. He seems comfortable and content to stay right in this guard and just beat up Diaz from the top position here. Diaz has got to get a sense of urgency as we near the minute-and-a-half mark here of the first round.
Push away. Push away, Greg.
Eating some more rights. Is Diaz on the ground.
Then push away.
I think Diaz needs to let go of the closed guard here and push on the hips and try to get some separation, or he's going to just keep eating big punches here by Dawson. Wow, he's doing
just
some
missed
damage
that last
here.
hammer fist, but he has connected as Grant Dawson a few times. 1 minute to go, first round. Another few hammer fists.
Wow,
as
this
he goes
fight
to
might
work
get
on the
stopped
ground
here.
and pound.
Wow.
Diaz scrambling.
Diaz eating some big punches and elbows. Hammer fist. Dawson mixing it up very well. He's going to be a little concussed if he makes it out of this round. I can tell you that. Big elbow.
Big left from Dawson as he looks for yet another first round finish.
And he does a good job there. Right when Diaz worries about covering up, he passes the guard. Now he can sit on that leg and go to work.
30 seconds, Greg.
And he has the arm
Man, he's relentless with the ground and pound.
Under the
Very
chin
good
of
work from
Diaz.
Grant Dawson.
Now
He's locking up a Kimura there, but he wants to get out of this half guard. He can finish it from here, just much more difficult. He recognizes that and goes back to punching. Takes the back. Wow. This could be the end there.
As he did most of the round and tries to submit at the end. Does he have the time? Can Diaz hang on?
Wow.
Barely. They will see a second round despite the great effort of Grant Dawson looking for the last second choke.
Now, how do you not give that a 10-8 round? That's just the grappling ground and pound version of the Martin Day one.
Let's listen into our corners now with our corner cam brought to you by Grunt Style. This will defend.
Breathe. So look, that's the game plan that he wants. He wants to just sit on top of you and ground and pound you just like that. We need to throw up those triangles. We need to put those feet on the hips and kick away. On your feet. You got to circle away from the cage. He's just trying to put you against the cage. Use that stick, be light on your feet, and move. Big deep breaths here. Big deep breaths.
And this
Dawson
is
putting his skills on display.
The beginning of the ground and pound and the relentlessness of Grant Dawson. He's got some big, and now see how he angles them forward and then he postures up and he uses that to pass later on. And at the very end of this, he decided to go for a rear naked. I think he should have stayed throwing the big hooks to the head. The ref was in looking at that fight. He was almost going to stop it, even though there was short
Second
time.
round, fighter, you ready? Fighter, you ready? Fight!
If he had another 5 seconds, who would know if we're still fighting right now? As they get set to go, Dawson starts with a high kick with the right.
And he goes right back in for the
Right back
double
to the
leg.
ground.
Avoids that guillotine, no problem.
You gotta get back out of there. You can't sit the whole round like that.
Head pressure, elbows, cover, nice.
Right back to that ground and pound, man. He wastes no time, this Dawson did.
Hey, know where you're at.
Knocking on the door, you're knocking on the door, come inside that arm.
Hey, the cage is behind.
I think Diaz is maybe a little out of it right here. In the corner, we saw that he looked a little worried in the corner with Danny Castillo telling him, hey, you know that's his game plan. That's what he wants to do. You know that.
Yes, keep knocking.
We've seen this before in the Contender Series. A 29-year-old, a 30-year-old against a guy in his early 20s. The experience difference, but perhaps feeling the pressure a bit more as you're further into your fight career.
Yeah, I mean, just like Uriah said, this kid was waiting for his opportunity. When am I going to get my opportunity? Well, he got it, and maybe he knows this is maybe his last chance before he quits. Sometimes that wears on guys, man.
Going for the back. Does he have it under the chin? Look out! Dawson looking for another submission victory.
He's got that in tight.
Diaz trying to hang on
He's
and
gonna
fight
tap.
hands, but he taps, and Grant Dawson moves to 12-1 with his 9th submission victory, and none of his fights have gone the distance. This 23-year-old impressive once again.
Yeah, he was relentless with his ground and pound. His takedowns were well timed, and he got the finish. He's just moved up to #1 on my list, and who's got to get signed tonight? A kid could be a force in the featherweight division. His ground and pound is beyond his years. The kid is only 23 years old, excuse me, and he works like he's been a professional all his life.
I love you guys, everybody from Gore. Love you guys.
Grant Dawson with his 12th professional win as we take a look at some of the action there. And it was a lot of ground and pound in the first round, and it was a submission finish for Grant Dawson.
He does enough on the hands, gets him to flinch, pulls that guillotine out, says no thank you, and lands all this ground and pound, and that's what opens up this back take. Beautiful job. Pulls it right in, and just take a look at this rear naked choke. Slides the hand in, hides his hand so that Diaz can't try to peel the hand off, and he knows it right there on his face. You see him, and I feel for the guy, but amazing job by Grant Dawson. I think that kid is very close to getting a contract.
Grant Dawson just imposing his will for the first couple of rounds, and that's all he needed to move to 12-1 in his pro career. Just 23 years old, but he knows how to finish fights. Laura Sanko inside the octagon makes it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jason Herzog has called a stop to this bout at 1 minute 15 seconds in the second round, declaring your winner by submission, Grant Dawson.